Good morning. Today is the inaugural, I guess I'd call it Get the Scoop from the Soup podcast, but I'm very excited to launch this. We've been talking about this for some time, and today's the first time that hopefully that we're successful at what we do here. No editing. I don't want to do any of that editing, just raw and this is just how it is. So my director of technology, Adam Dennison, is here. I don't think the community can see him, but he's here behind the scenes doing what he does best, being behind the scenes and moving the district forward. So just kind of my thing. He's helping me work it out. So I just had this idea, and I'm like, let's go. So since it's the inaugural, get the scoop with the soup. That's really hard. I got to work on that. Wanted to bring a hot person, somebody that's just brings a lot of energy, can get this podcast going. And I'm going to start with Dr. Kyron Harvell, who is our newest hire, our principal of the Romulus Community Schools High School. He's here today, a breath of energy. I couldn't ask for a better entertainer at this point. And we're just going to kick it if you don't mind.
Sounds
can I call you Doc, Kyron? What do you prefer?
Kyron is fine.
Well, are the students going to call you Kyron?
No, they got to call me Doc. Okay, they call me Dr. Harville.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Check plus. All right.
There you go. Dr. Harville.
Cognitive skills, they good. Check.
There you go.
We're good.
There you go.
So listen, welcome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You've been in Romulus how long now?
I've been in Romulus since June 30th.
June 30th. How was that experience? How'd you get here?
So
how'd you find out about Romulus?
So I was previously administrating in Ann Arbor and was there for 3 years. Saw a position pop up. This district reminds me of my district. I'm originally from Flint, Michigan. This is the population I want to work with. This is the area, the community I want to work with. I said, have to apply. High school, I love high school. Applied, was fortunate to come here, interviewed, met with you, met the team, met the kids. And just, I feel at home here, even though I've only been here for a couple months. It feels good. So I'm loving being here. I can't wait to get started. I'm loving it.
Well, I appreciate that. But for our viewers, Romulus roughly is about 50-50 demographically, probably 50% African-American, 50% white. Last I know. I mean, don't quote me on that.
I got you.
Pretty much.
I got you.
So when you say you're from Flint and it reminds you of home, what aspects remind you of home?
That demographic you just mentioned, 50% black, 50% white, urban area, low socioeconomic status.
Well, people would dispute that here. They might say, well, it's not urban. Where did he get urban from?
It's not urban. Okay.
You might have some who say, well, low economic status. No matter what, everybody's not going to be pleased with what you say. And
True.
That's what I like. I told you, you're free to be who you are here. Running the district, I'm free to be who I am. I've had some setbacks. I've had some, things that worked really well for me too.
Sure.
I have more things that are positive than negative, but kind of explain that a little bit for the people who say, well, where I live doesn't look urban.
Sure.
Where do you get
to
that
me,
from?
I think urban is more of like a mindset and like how you present yourself. It's more like your presentation. So think about Flint. Flint is probably the same demographic as a Romulus. A little bit bigger, but it's more like a mindset, hardworking, blue collar, and there's nothing wrong with those
there
things.
There you go. The Mayor McCrate would say, we're blue collar,
Yes.
hardworking people. We have grit. That's what I know he would say. So I was kind of thinking that's what you mean.
That's what I mean.
But I just wanted you to have to say it yourself so you're not misunderstood here.
Sure. It's more like a mindset, how we do things. People are out grinding, hardworking, blue collar mentality. People want the best for their kids. I often think when people say urban, people think, oh, well, it's just black and brown kids. They don't really care. Parents not involved. No, parents are involved. They just got stuff going on. They're involved to the extent they know how to be involved. They want the best for their kids, just like anybody else would. So this feels like home to me. I'm loving being here, love the kids, love the staff. I feel like I can really just be me. I haven't had the opportunity. This is year 22 for me. Haven't had the opportunity to just be me in school. And I just feel like, this is it right here. Okay. I love it.
Well, first of all, thank you. I like hearing that. I definitely appreciate that. But I'm going to just get to something you just said. I love the kids. How do you love the kids? You just got here. What have you been doing for the last month and a half or so to love the kids? Help the viewers.
Definitely.
Help them understand that one. Please.
Well, July 21st through 23rd, we organized the inaugural leadership summit. And we had about 46 scholars that came out. They had 3 days to learn about leadership. Not only get to meet those kids, I've been in the school. Even though I didn't start officially until last week, I've been in school since beginning July. meeting kids at school, going to band. I was just in school a few minutes ago. Kids are working on doing Aretha Franklin Respect and Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I was down there singing with them while they're practicing for the open house next week. So meeting the kids
for the open house.
Yeah, we got open house next week.
Right, but the open house, they're going to do Respect?
They're doing Respect.
What?
Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and the school theme song, the school song. And I heard the school song for the first time. They're practicing with that, got to meet the athletics teams. I've been meeting kids just they're at school for summer school, met all those kids, met staff. The kids are great. All of them are great. They're excited. They're ready to come back to school. There were opportunities. Just set a kid up with a job today that didn't have one. Went over to Myers, talked with them. They're doing open interviews at 9 o'clock on Tuesday. Told him to show up. If he can't come, if his parents say at school, I'll pick him up and take it to him. So just being in the community, coming to school every day, seeing the kids and families are great. Again, reminds me of Flint, reminds me of my school. I love it here. I've been here July 1st. I'm here every day, just in the neighborhoods, learning about the community, walking through downtown, seeing kids. Hey, what school you go to? I go to Romulus High. I'm a new principal. Oh, that's cool. Then we start talking, sending out emails, talking to parents. I'm loving it. This is the dream job. I'm loving it.
Wow. Okay.
I'm loving it.
Again, glad to hear that. So I think the marquee says something like there's an open house for the high school on the 28th, maybe?
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about this open house. I think you just made reference to it, talking about the Aretha Franklin and the student band and stuff. But
yes, sir.
Tell me about that. I guess this is it your idea? Is it something the school's done in the past? Is it half, half of it is what they did and what you just tell the people about
So
that.
open house is my idea. It's more, I don't want to call it an orientation, more for open house. I want to bring the community together. I want to increase and enhance the culture and climate here from talking with the kids. I think that's where you get the most information, from talking right to the people. The kids were saying in previous years have been boring. They just come and pick up their schedule and go home. There's not a lot going on, and some kids say they don't even want to come. I've always been in high schools and other schools where we have a big open house. So what I'm going to do, I work collaboratively with our Chartwell's department. We're going to have an ice cream social for all the families. I invite all the families and kids out. We got the band. I have a DJ who's going to come play music. We got a lot of vendors. The library's coming. Different individuals, different organizations around Romulus are coming. It's going to be nice. We're going to have about 19 different tables set up for kids to come, parents to come. We got food from our chef. They're going to do hot dogs and chips, ice cream, DJ, dancing, old school, new school dance contest, raffle for the parents. Went out, got gift cards.
Wait, raffle for the parents, but not the dance contest?
Oh, yeah. For the dance contest, I wanted the parents to get in there. Raffle for the parents, kids. I went out, bought about 40 gift cards. My own money. Wouldn't use the school's funds. 40 gift cards. We're giving away shirts just to get people together. Let's start the year off right. Let's give our kids the best. Let's give our families the best. You need to be energized and engaged. And we want people to be excited about coming to school. Not like, oh, we got to go back next week. Let's start off on the right foot. You start off on the right foot, you end off on the right foot. Let's start off on the right foot, increase culture and climate, make people feel good about being in Romulus and trusting their kids with us. Later that day, we have our first home football game against Wayne Memorial, so I'll be there. Ooh, so it ties in nice. Excuse me, ties in nice with the football game. So we're having an open house. Kids are excited about it. I'm getting a lot of parents. They're saying they plan to come. They said, can they bring their other kids? I said, sure. We have a vendor table set up where there'll be like little small merch for the kids, give them like little bubbles, things like that. I want everyone to come out. We have about 492 on the roster. I want to have all kids and families show up August 28th, 1:30 to 4 p.m. It's not just pick up your schedule. You get your schedule. Come to the gym, hang out, have a good time. Let's start the year off right, and then we all join each other for the football game later that evening.
Well, I appreciate that. That 492 scares me. I'm like, 492? 492, that probably does not include the virtual learning, most likely. But that's an issue here. That's a big issue here. So if I were to share with you that 1,900 students that live in the Romulus Community Schools area, attendance area, choose out of Romulus. You see the proliferation of such at the middle school and at the high school. So it's been going on for a while. Okay, it's very, very clear to me. Maybe why not? I don't know. But what is your pitch to families as to why they should come? You don't have to do Romulus Community Schools because you're too new here, but at the high school, under your leadership, why should I bring my kid there? I'm not going to bring my kid there. Why should I get? What do you do? What's your cell job?
My sales job is you should bring your kid here because this is going to be the best educational experience they're going to have. We're going to provide equal access to all resource opportunities for them. This is going to be an engaged learning environment. I'm excited. I'm motivated. I had a terrible high school experience. And through my high school experience, it made me feel like no one else is going to go through that. I'm going to support your kids. Our staff's going to support your kids. We're going to make sure they get to do whatever it is they want to do. The kids will have a voice. Parents have a voice.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna make
So
this
I'm the skeptical.
ours.
I'm the skeptical
Okay.
parent and say that I can get that at another school. I mean, what makes you different? That's what I want to know. If I can get the same experience somewhere else, why should I choose to come there? Because you're a dynamic principal? Is that what you're saying? It's all about your personality and what you have to offer. What do you have to offer?
Well, what we have
What
to
makes
offer,
you different?
Sure. Well, I am a dynamic principal, but what we also have to offer is our
I believe
phenomenal
that.
CTE programs. We have excellent athletic programs. We have after-school clubs activities. We also have students who are bringing signing petitions and bringing proposals to me to add additional clubs. We have the Eagles Nest,
So voice,
culinary
student
arts
voice.
program. Student voice is very important. We're bringing different clubs, organizations. It's going to be much different than what we've ever seen at the Romulus High School in terms of staff having the same vision, the same mission as administration, and it's go time right now. Give us a chance. It's our community school. Give us a shot. We are small, but I think being small is good because we could do a lot. You think about previous grassroots movements have always started off with a small group of people that led to that macro level of change, and that's what we're going to do here at Romulus High School. You need to give us a shot. Give me 3 years, and I promise we will be that premier school in the state of Michigan. It's going to happen. I don't believe in losing. I believe in being the best. Second place, the first one to lose. It's going to happen. So it's not just about me, but because of what I'm going to bring to the table and the way I'm going to have our staff on board with our mission and vision and just working hand in hand with the kids and parents and everyone having a voice, we're going to make some great things happen here at Romulus High School.
I mean,
without a doubt.
that's great to hear, but I'm going to touch on this. I don't lose. Well, yesterday, I believe I bowled against you, and you took a serious L on that one. But, I mean, I got to give it to you. You challenged me in that little basketball contest, and you did beat me in the basketball. Then you wanted to say a real man's sport was basketball. Then we did what? We went over to what then after that? Was it air hockey?
Yeah.
Then we went to air hockey. We know what
Yeah.
happened there. You took an L.
True. We
You
took
took
the
an L.
boss. I couldn't, be
Yeah, I
my
know,
real
yeah.
self.
I
I
mean,
don't want to come here and get fired. I want to embarrass the
I
boss.
want you to listen.
I don't have a job.
I'm a competitor here.
my wife
and
divorces me. I'm not bringing no income
I've been through
in.
that though, so
So,
you'll
hey,
be all
you
right.
know, I don't
Your
wanna-
wife divorced you, you'll be all right. I
See,
promise.
I don't know. I don't know. She make a lot of
you'll be
money,
right.
so I might be in
Well,
trouble.
you'll still be able to be all right. You'll bounce back. But we're not here to talk about it. I wish you should have seen. I wish she was there yesterday to see the L that you took. But we won't talk about that.
Well,
but
we'll
I
talk
know I
about,
like your competitive spirit because I know we're gonna go on to the next thing, whatever it is. We're going over to the next thing. That's fun about you. Is like that's one of the things that I noticed instantly when I was part of the interview process. You have tremendous presence. Can you talk to me a little bit about your presence? I would hope that you have heard that before, but maybe you haven't. I
appreciate
but
that.
That's what got me is like, man, this man has presence. Can you talk a little bit about what that looks like in a school for
Yes.
your presence in a school?
For me, present in school is engagement, not visibility. Because people could be around, you can see people, but you might not know what they're doing or if they're doing anything. I've heard plenty of stories. People say, "Oh, principals, all you gotta do is sit in the office and do emails and do the budget." Well, no, that's not what a principal is. And if you're doing that, you should be a principal. Being present it's engagement. It's being in the classrooms. It's talking to the kids. It's talking to the parents. It's reaching out. We have a PTO now around this high school. Now I know that's an issue if you want to get going as far as all the other schools. I reached out to parents. I said, "Look, I need you." I said, I just reached out.
How'd
I
you
need
do that? Like, how'd you do that? Because you sent me an email and said, "Doc, I got a PTO now." And
Yes,
I'm like,
sir.
"What, already?"
Yes, sir.
What'd you do? How'd you get them? Was everybody asked? Did you select certain people?
I asked
What?
everybody. I got on the phone and started calling certain people. I took kids from our inaugural leadership group. I said, "Hey, I need all of you to go home and talk to parents about being on PTO. We're going to start this year." I talked to them. Parents started reaching out to me after that.
Well, what's that going to look like? Because not just here, but I'll say other places, it's hard at the high school to get parents involved. Yeah, they'll show up occasionally to a sporting event or maybe an enrichment activity or extracurricular activity, but PTO?
Yes.
How's that going to work? Are you having like a spades tournament? Are you doing different things like that? How do you engage parents when they're generally not engaged? And I'm not here to discourage, certainly not. It's just the reality. It's hard to get parents involved, particularly at the secondary level. So talk to me a little bit about your Your ideas with that?
So in terms of engaging parents, I think it's good. We already have a core group of parents, and it's all about each one teach one. And as you continue to reach out to other people about it, and they see the positive things that are happening, I think often in education, parents don't feel they have a voice. We come to schools, we hear things about IEPs and 504s and all these different letters, and we just kind of, just like going to the doctor. The doctor say you got this, I got this. The doctor say it's over, I got 6 months to live. When we start creating an environment where parents feel like I have a voice and I can play a key role in what happens with my kids, and there are people that really love and support my kids, going to help them, parents going to come out. That goes back to engagement. I'm going to reach out to you. I'll come knock on your door. Like, I'm that person. I'm going to come knock on your door and say, hey, I reached out to you, email, phone, haven't heard from you. Mom, we can really use you. We need some help in the office. Well, Mom, we got this trip coming up. Hey, Dad, we got this. Grandparents. Grandma, would you mind coming, being around with the kids to read, doing whatever? So I'm about just engaging. Once they realize that people want you there, people will come when they feel wanted. When they don't feel included, they're gonna say forget it.
It's not that I'm gonna challenge you on that, but we lost the millage here. It was close, real close. History of Romulus, they're always close, but we lost one. And one of the things that I would do differently, which I am, is to ensure that we have a PTO. Why don't we? Because we need our parents engaged and involved and to understand the importance of a millage. How they vote is their choice. I always say that. How you vote is your choice. I just want you to have the information. So I'm hoping that, one of the things that comes about is that information sharing. I have people in the community that have said on various social media platforms, oh, I don't get any information from the school because I don't have any kids there. There's only so much that the school district can do, but I think word of mouth is very helpful. So if you're able to get that PTO off the ground and make it look like something and bring your vision to fruition, then absolutely, I think it's going to make a difference. So I'm going to move us a little bit now over to what is your vision for the school?
My vision for the school.
I don't need you to give me some great articulate sentence. I'm not looking for that, but just what do you think the issues are, and what is your vision? What are things going to look like next year? This time next year, we're sitting down, kicking it.
Yeah.
After you take another beat down in
That's
whatever
not gonna
sports
happen.
you choose.
No, that's not going to happen.
It really doesn't.
No,
Tennis. You want to do
happen.
tennis next? Oh, no, you're going to blame me.
We can get a foot
Golf.
race on 490
We can do a
on
foot
Expressway
race.
if you want to.
We can do that too. I mean, I hate to see you
me.
take this L.
I
but
run
that's all right.
backwards on my hands.
Yeah. And I like that you're willing to take another L. And that's cool because you're going to take another L.
That's not going to happen.
I saw your jump shot. It was decent.
It was amazing.
For where we were, it was decent.
Amazing.
It was decent.
Yep. Hey.
It was decent. I mean, I noticed that you had practiced before I came over there.
No, I had
You got me when I had just come from eating a sandwich.
No.
But that's okay.
I know that you didn't want to play soccer, even though that's a sport.
Well, I mean, we already know. I mean, listen, I can do it in front of the kids. I mean, they had this little ball like this. Ask the girls soccer team what I can do.
I've never played in my life.
I mean, that was clear. That was clear.
I got
6 goals.
You were afraid
I didn't
to try
need
it.
to because I didn't want to have to do that.
You didn't even try.
But that's okay. Look, we can do card games, Scrabble,
we can
Monopoly,
do whatever we
Risk.
do.
It doesn't matter what it is.
We can do whatever.
I know you're going to be a good competitor.
Here's how good I am. I could beat you in solitaire. You ain't even playing. That's how good I am. So, we can do whatever.
Well, we had Mr. Niedermeyer who showed up, and he did beat us in bowling. He did beat us. The man came with a bowling ball without a bag, trying to fool us like he had never played Jedi mind tricks. You and I were focused on one another, and then there he is talking about, oh, I beat you again. Come on,
Playing
man.
The game.
Come on.
Playing the game. He got us.
He got us. I mean, and that's all right.
We'll get back around his lanes down here. It's going to happen.
We already know. And it's going to be public. I want it to be public when it happens. But
Let it happen.
That's all. But, man, I really appreciate the energy that you bring. I'm going to go back. I don't want to discount what I said about your vision. Yes. Whatever you think the issues are, what do you think? One or two issues you want to tackle?
So one of the key things with me is I always like to talk directly to the kids and to the parents because they're going to be honest about things. And I'm not saying staff are honest, but if you go to staff, I think just all of us in terms of just as humans, we want to believe that what we're doing is the right thing. We want to believe I'm the best. You think about teachers. Everybody wants to be highly effective. Whether you are or not, we want to be.
And I like how you said the best because you did think that in air hockey and you did think that in bowling. Well, you came with a nice shiny bowling ball, nice shoes. You thought you were the best. You took the beat down. Oh, I'm sorry.
Beat the boss like that.
That is true. I mean, that is true. Like where people think the boss is funny. Like, ha, they got to laugh. But I am funny. And my jokes are funny.
You're 40 years older than me, too.
I mean,
so you got respect to elders.
That was significant.
You're 40 years old. You got respect to elders.
That is. I mean,
I was raised right.
That was a beat down. No, it was a beat down.
I was raised right.
It's what we'd expect from an older man to a younger man. I'm going to beat you down in a lot of things because I got wisdom.
know.
You're relying on your physical brute strength. Where I'm thinking of how can I outsmart this guy? But that's all right. Let's get back.
You
to
around there, reconstruction, everything. No problem.
But I appreciate that. You did make me feel good about myself.
See, that's important. That's important.
And that's why I had to double back now to make sure that you are right, to give you a forum that you can be successful.
You know what? I appreciate that, boss. But I want to make sure you're right. And nice bow tie, by the way.
We call that deference. Thank you.
You call it deference? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, this bow tie. Do you know how to tie your own, or what I'm saying?
Sure I do.
If I need to do that,
sure I do.
I thought a guy like you might go over to Meyer and go rent,
get the
clip on, or go during your prom. You had to go rent yours, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll see, man. We'll see. I appreciate that.
Okay. But as far as the vision, I think the best thing was sitting down with the kids and the parents. The things that popped up was the kids were saying there's not a lot to do. We don't have things to do.
Yeah,
our school is boring. People aren't engaged because there's nothing fun, or we can't get staff to be on board with things. That was one thing that popped up.
That's a challenge. So that's a challenge. So how you going to, I'm going to take that. So how do you challenge the staff? How do you tell them that when they, like you said, human nature is like, that's not true. I do this, I do that. But I sat in that same room that you did, and I did hear that. So that's a challenge. What you going to do? How you going to ignite
said something yesterday during the meeting I already thought about. And we had a meeting
during the beatdown or the my bad, the meeting.
A meeting, not the beatdown.
Well, they almost happened. One happened first, and the other one happened.
Okay.
That's okay. I don't want to keep going there. I know
like
you're humoring me.
I had to give you opportunity.
I know. I appreciate that.
All of your constituents were there. Couldn't embarrass you. I need to maintain
employment.
I
do appreciate that.
So
I do appreciate that.
Maintain employment. But you said something. You said teachers get a check, and the check is not from 8 to 3. And I thought a lot about that.
I did say that.
The check is about multi-tier system of support. It's about we're here. It's about we're here all day. We support people. Your job doesn't end at 3 o'clock as a teacher. We're not working at Target, not knocking Target. Our job doesn't end because the bell rang. Our job continues. If kids reach out to you at 5 o'clock and say, hey, Dr. Harville, I'm struggling. Like I said, with young men at the job, I need a job. Our job continues. I'm going to stress to our staff that our work continues past the school day. We're currently in a priority status. Our work has to extend past the school day. All these things that you may not think are important variables, that plays a role in academic, social, emotional achievement, and students' mental health.
Let me just say this so that for clarity, the priority status is something that in which you're identified by the state of Michigan for various different things that generally aren't so good. The priority status related to graduation, what do you call it when you finish? Graduation.
Like the graduation rate, or just
yes, thank you. I couldn't get it out. Graduation.
That's that Ohio State degree you have.
Oh, that was.
See, if you were a Michigan State Spartan, it would have came real quick. But Ohio State, you guys are so focused on cheating football games that you can't really,
so I'm going to correct
think about good words.
It would have come, not it would have came. So that's the Michigan State education. That's a Michigan State education.
To make you feel good about
I'm just saying I had to check you on that one because if you're going to put your university out there, you got to be tight. The national champions.
We
don't have an asterisk like that school down the street. They have an asterisk on there.
Oh, I'm not a Michigan fan.
They were videotaping, but I won't talk about
that. They cheat too, but go ahead.
I mean, that's okay. See, now you're making me lose my train of thought. Priority status was about graduation rate. I'm sure that you'll be able to do something if you jump on it early. But it happened during the COVID years, so I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. I believe that our kids can compete. I do. I do believe that our kids should be pushed. I believe that to some degree the expectations have to be higher. If you have high expectations for kids and they don't attain them, that's okay because they were high. But if we set low expectations for kids and they reach it, what have you done? Nothing.
Exactly.
I'm very proud that we are a school district that offers a lot of things. For instance, we have employed our students. We have students that are working in our tech department over the summer. We have students that are working in our maintenance department. We have students that did summer school. We pay our students. A lot of school districts don't do that. Haven't been able to have the vision to even do it.
I haven't seen any do it.
That's just one of the things. I think we do a lot of good things. We have tried to highlight that, but I think once people leave, they don't come back. Generally speaking, you leave a place, you don't come back. You have an ex-girlfriend, generally speaking, after a year or two, you don't come back. It's just the nature of things. But we have 1,900 students that have not come back. So we've got to find ways to get them back. And that goes back to whatever your vision is. How can we get kids back to return to Romulus? How can we do that? I believe under your leadership, we can do that. And I want you to speak to how you plan. If you could just bring 5% of 1,900. Now, I know for you that might be hard to figure out the math on that. So I could help you out there. I can help you out on that, but
I'm all
you know,
set.
if you want, okay.
I'm all set.
Okay, so we do 5% of 100 of 1,900. You just bring. How are we going to do it? We're working together. How can we do
How
this?
we do it? I think you told us how to do it yesterday. You said on Tuesday
showed
when
you
all
that
the
win.
staff.
We keep going back to yesterday. We keep going back.
You keep going back
we keep
to
going
me,
back to
taking
yesterday.
pity on you.
You know, I'm just saying.
Because you're
and it was it
92.
on video? It wasn't on video.
That wasn't on video.
Because I didn't want to do that to you. So I didn't put it on.
We keep going
I didn't
back
put
to,
it on.
you're 92. I gotta, you're almost 100. We gotta be respectful.
Tomorrow I'm scuba diving. I'm
Scuba
learning how
diving.
to scuba dive. You're more than welcome to
Really?
join me in the high school
I'm
pool.
an excellent scuba diver. What are you talking about?
Hey, well, you're welcome to join.
Well,
We're
okay.
going scuba
Hey, you
dive.
know what? My nickname in high school was Fish because I could swim.
Okay.
They call me the Fish.
I mean, I was going to say
So,
something else, but I didn't want to do that on video.
okay,
Like,
well,
I'm gonna do that. But I like that you're fair game. You and I have no problem bantering back and forth. You
Not
get
at
some
all.
Wins, I get some wins. That's how it is.
That's how it's gotta be.
I appreciate that.
That's how it's got to be. But
Kind of
yesterday
closing
you
this
shared,
thing out. Tell me.
You
tell me
shared
what
yesterday how we're going to do that. You said in our meeting with all staff on Tuesday, what you're going to stress is change the narrative, and the narrative will change. And I think right now the
narrative
reason
changes
the narrative
when
sorry.
we change. That's
once,
okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
Once
you
you
got
said
it.
the narrative changes once we change. I think right now the narrative is not as good as it should be.
No, it's not.
I'm a Richmond Flint. I worked in Ann Arbor for 3 years. When I was getting ready to leave Ann Arbor to come here, people said, "You going to Romulus? Oh, they be doing this fighting there. They be shooting all the time and fighting." I'm like, they shooting and fighting. Where you get that from? So I looked online. I'm
my
like,
goodness.
I don't see any shooting. I don't see any. They fight at every school. They fight at private schools where people paying $30,000 a year to go. People fight in the country.
I'm not laughing
you
to,
know?
to minimize that. I mean, it's just funny because some of this stuff. Oh, you go in there like,
Yeah.
Oh, they fights. They got guns and knives over there. Like,
What are you
just
talking
just
about?
the narrative, and we've got to change that narrative. And I heard that in the last 3 months, and my team, that it's not a great narrative, and some of it is delivered by staff. Deliver this negative narrative.
Yes.
People in the community hear one thing and run with it. Like some of the things I heard, we have a community that's misinformed, Doc. We got a real community that is misinformed, and when you run on misinformation, you scare people. Okay, you scare people. That becomes the narrative, and
Very
that
true.
is not the narrative.
Very true.
I'm in the schools. I can tell you, you're new here. I'm in the schools. You will see me. I know what our own narrative is, and we've got to do a better job through podcasting, through social media,
Yes.
through meeting with parents, through getting parents to come to the school to see, having students invite their friends to come over and see
Yes.
the things that we're doing here. The narrative is good internally, but we're still operating. People are still operating on a narrative from 10 years ago. We have people still operating, wanting to see the district the way it was when I was in Wayne Westland in 1999.
Impossible.
Come on. I mean,
Impossible.
so much has happened. So much has changed. We have people that are trying to hold on to an old narrative. So tell me what the narrative is going to be after your first year.
So what the narrative is going to be is
after you leave.
This is
After
a
your
positive.
first year, not-
After my
I'm sorry,
first
not
year,
after
after
your-
my first year, narrative is going to be this is a positive, supportive, nurturing, learning environment where everyone's given opportunity, where kids and families feel a sense of inclusion. We are striving for academic excellence. We are striving to ensure that all kids are aware of all opportunities, post-graduation, secondary planning, that this is a place kids want to be. We are ensuring that we are utilizing social media and other platforms so that message goes out, that parents, community people around the state recognize that Romulus is the place to be. The open house next week, I invited Mrs. Tina Talley, who's on the city council. So imagine when she comes out, sees all the great things we're doing, well, she goes back and tells the mayor. Now the mayor puts that out.
Oh, the mayor's going to be mad if you didn't invite him and you invited Tina Talley.
Well,
He's an alum, class of.
Oh,
he's a year older than me, and you keep
his
trying to
invitation's
diss us.
coming.
You keep trying to tell us that we're so old.
Well, he looks
but
young.
I'll take the
You
mayor.
look like
I'll
you
take,
done been down
I'll
that
take the
road.
mayor. With
You know, he looks young.
Bring somebody. I got the mayor. You bring somebody, and then what you want to play
The mayor
next?
still looks young and active.
Yes.
You look like,
I got the fight in me. I got
Like-
the dog in me. That's what I look like. I got the dog in me, baby.
You kinda
What's
look
up?
like,
What's up?
you
I'll
was,
bring the mayor. You bring one of your young friends. And we take you in anything.
You kinda look
Dominoes,
like
what
you
you want
took
next?
lead in the civil rights
What do you-
movement, kinda. So
I
I kinda,
appreciate
you
that.
know, that-
I appreciate that because I do vote. I appreciate
Ralph
that. Do
Abernathy
you?
hand in hand.
know,
You kind of
yeah,
look like,
you know, I just
you
wanna
were
know.
there and singing the songs.
Yes.
But
And
I
you
think
know
as
what?
we get, what's that?
Yeah. On a serious note, you talked about civil rights. The votes in the election, the bond election, horrible.
Really?
Horrible. 2,800. Harville, we sent out 9,000 mailers. You get 2,800. I can tell you with accuracy, our parents did not come out in the numbers that we needed. All we needed was 213. I guess that's the number. I think it's around there. Yeses, but instead we got 267. When I made a phone call today to say, hey, today's the day, go vote, 267 calls that were undeliverable, but that means their phone number was wrong. Wow. Can you help me, Doc, on that? Can you help? What can you do? What can you do to get people out to vote? And I'm not saying they have to go out and vote, yes, but just go vote. Yes. In my fraternity, it says a voteless people is a hopeless people.
Alpha.
It's that, yes, sir. It's deep. Voteless people is a hopeless people. How can you get us what can you do, Doc? Whether they vote no or not, but those numbers were dreadful. We need some help.
Yes, sir. I think it starts again with the narrative and with people understanding what's factual and what isn't factual. From my understanding, there was a great deal of information that went out that was not factual, and people tend to buy into what's negative. So I think it starts with that narrative of these are the facts. I also think it's about really going out to the people. I think social media is great, but everybody's not utilizing social media because some people feel like it's fake news, things like that. I think we got to go to the people. How great would it be, of course, under supervision, if we took our senior class and myself and some teachers, and we went out walking around. We got a bus. We went, knocked on the door. Hi, I'm such and such, senior Ramos High School. We want to make sure that, we have a millage coming up, that you are aware of what the facts are. Put it in there.
I like that idea, and we weren't able to do that. When you do it in the summer, you don't have the resources that you would do, which is, human capital, which you have when students are there, parents are there, PTSO and things. So I think we're going to do that. So I'm going to close this out,
yes, sir.
And I'm going to ask you, this time next year, how do you know that you had any success? What are your professional goals? And I'm also going to ask you to share one personal goal, if you're okay with that.
Of course.
What is your personal goal? And I need it to be different than the professional. Professional is Ryman's community schools. What are you going to do? What is the goal? If you don't have one, that's fine. What is your personal goal? And then we're going to end on that note, because I want to end. Everything has been positive here.
Definitely.
You're tremendous, man. You're a tremendous character. I love you already, man. And we've known each other for maybe 2 months. I feel an affinity towards you. I feel like you're on that team. I feel like I trust you already. And I don't think that you would disappoint in that respect. So give me a professional goal or two. Tell me how you plan to fulfill that. Tell me how students would know what that goal is. And then we can end, if you don't mind, on your personal goal.
No problem.
I know you said you have a wife. I don't know if you have children. I don't know any of that. So, and you don't have to talk about that. So personal, professional, whichever order.
Start professional. Professional goals for the school this year, I've already set up goals in terms of academics, behavior, and disciplinary infractions. We are going to decrease out-of-school suspensions by 29% this year. It is going to happen. There's no question about it. I'm putting systems in place now to ensure that happens. When we look at attendance, we're shooting for a 93% attendance rate, utilizing EWIMS program, utilizing our attendance specialists, and also going out to the people, which is a really big thing for me. We're going to utilize kids. I haven't seen such at the school. Where are they? Well, Dr. Harville, they still asleep. Okay, I'm going to your house. Hey, you got to get up. I have no problem doing that. Hey, Mom, I understand James still in the bed. I need to be here at school. We're going to set at 92% for attendance. Academic
92
goals.
or 94?
I'm sorry, 94%. 94% for attendance. Academic goals. We are going to increase across the board, looking at NWA, 15% across the board.
Increase? Or
yes.
What's 15%?
So 15% based on proficiency level. So based on, I won't say where our current proficiency levels are at each grade level, because that's still embargoed, but we are going to increase by 15% across the board on all grade levels. This is going to come through a solid implementation with fidelity of PLCs, ILCs, interventions, utilize all our supports to bring in additional staff, tutoring programs, and really honing in on those tier 2 and tier 3 students using the FORCE model for professional learning communities, and through provide opportunities for students to be engaged and not just solely academics, because research supports the notion that students that are involved in extracurricular activities fare better in academics than those that don't. It's not going to be, well, I played football this season, so now I got my grades up, I can drop all the football seasons over. No, you're going to continue that. So those are my professional goals. Also, fourth, we got to increase the culture and climate here. I'm hearing and just from talking to teachers that things haven't been as good as they should be or that they would like to be. So we're going to increase culture climate. I want opportunities for staff to take on leadership roles. I'm going to highlight staff. We're going to have staff of the month. I have this, my wife purchased this eagle. Each staff meeting, we're going to pass this eagle around. And it's going to be the flying eagle, who flew high. And the different staff members are going to decide, I want to give this flying eagle to this person because of such and such. I'm going to give out lots of positives, incentives. Each month for staff of the month, I'm going to give them a gift card just to show appreciation. We're going to increase culture climate. Personal goal for me, I need to work on my health. That's a personal goal. Spending more time with my family. My niece just went off to college Monday. That was a tough one for me. She's went off to college on Monday. Spend time with family, work on my health, continue to do a lot of, more date nights with the wife, things like that. And just continue to grow as a person and just as an educator and I think my personal contact, my professional, because I think all of that goes back to modeling and just being a leader. So if I'm doing the right things and the kids in the community are seeing the right things happen on my end, it's going to there's going to be that connection. So I think my personal and professional kind of tie together. So that's where I
appreciate that in terms of your personal health. I can work you on that soccer field if you want. I mean, they've seen me kick a 40-yard.
Scared again?
Man, I hit that ball up in the air 40 yards into the net, bent it like Beckham. You probably don't know who Beckham is.
Well, that's easy on PlayStation.
You probably thought that was Odell Beckham, but I was talking about David Beckham.
You talking about the game?
But I know you don't. I know you don't. I know you don't know that.
You about PlayStation?
I'm gonna let you go. Lastly,
yes, sir.
You seem to be a Kobe Bryant fan. I've seen
the greatest.
The fact that you say the greatest tells me it just tells me when you grew up, and I'm being dead serious. When you grew up.
Tell me about that.
Listen, my generation, the GOAT. Oh, come on, baby.
John Naismith, because that's the time you grew up. The guy who started basketball.
I know who it is, from Kansas, right?
John Naismith. That's the GOAT. Back when he had the carton, they shot the basketball in the carton. That's your GOAT?
Yes. I mean, you can say that.
Oh, who's your GOAT?
I'm all right. The GOAT?
Yes.
Without a doubt. I mean, we know who is. I mean, what kind of gym shoes you have on now?
I don't have on.
Probably MJ's because you know that Michael. I'm going to leave that alone. But it is generational because my son says LeBron is.
It's not generational.
My son says LeBron is. LeBron is not the GOAT.
No.
Okay? Kobe's not the GOAT. He's the man.
Is the truth.
Hey, he's the man, but he's not the GOAT.
Truth's not generational.
I mean, are we going to measure you by championships?
Okay, let me ask you
MVP?
this.
I mean, what is it?
Was Barack Obama ever the president?
Excuse me?
Was Barack Obama ever the president?
But where do you want to go with this?
That truth is truth. Was he ever the president?
Exactly. Okay, so we know the GOAT is Michael Jordan. But I'm gonna leave you alone.
He's not the GOAT.
So let's just get to
he's not the GOAT.
Give me a Kobe Bryant quote and then we'll end.
A quote, Kobe Bryant quote.
I know you got the shirts on. I've seen the shirt, and I like those, man. They're inspiring. Man, I love Kobe Bryant. When I went to China, they thought I was Kobe, man. All the Chinese
I can see
folks,
that.
They say it all
That's
the
biggest
time.
compliment
They would
you
say
could ever get.
Hey, it was.
That's the
I would
biggest
get it all the
compliment.
time. It's the nose, it's the head, it's all of it.
Yeah.
But now I've aged out of that. But anyway.
Kobe Bryant quote. I actually had the show yesterday.
You did.
If you're afraid to fail, you're probably going to fail.
That's tight.
And what that says, I think it applies to every aspect of life and just education in general. We have to put our kids in situations where they are taking risks. When we set that bar high, kids are going to rise to where the bar is. If we set it low, they're going to say, okay, I made the mark. If we set it high, they're going to rise for that bar. So if you're afraid to fail, you're probably going to fail.
Absolutely.
But we're not going to be afraid to fail.
And listen, I loved watching Kobe Bryant, man. That brother was a competitor, man. I mean, he was a competitor.
Killer.
I loved when I didn't like him when he played. I was like, man, this dude, he get hot. But man, I miss him.
Oh, man.
I miss him. I miss his he would have been obviously still retired, but just his impact, man. His impact. He was absolutely the ultimate competitor. I saw that. Didn't matter what game, he's the ultimate competitor.
Yes, he is.
Some of the things that he would say just made me laugh, where Shaq would say there's no I in team. He was like, yeah, but there is ME in that. But listen, man, I wish you well.
Appreciate it.
I'm very excited about what you're going to do.
Same here.
What you have already done. Okay, what you've already done, I would say, is rather immeasurable at this point.
Appreciate
you made
that.
a huge difference, your presence, everything. I enjoy working with you. I know parents are going to love you. The kids already do love you, those that have met you.
Appreciate
I wish you well, and I hope that one day I can turn around and say, man, I made it. I made an impact in your life as well. So
thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming
you as well.
out.
Thanks
You're
for having
do
me.
a lot more great things, and thank you for this one. This is the inaugural one. You
Let's
set
do
the
it.
tone. The next person that comes and does the podcast is going to say, man, I don't have Dr. Harvell's energy level.
They got some big shoes to fill.
They have some big shoes.
Being the best. That Mamba mentality, Kobe Bryant.
They have some
that
big
Mamba
shoes to
mentality.
fill.
There you go.
So appreciate you, brother.
All right.
Love you already, man.
You as well, bro.
Good
Love
luck
you too,
to
bro.
And we're going to work together and knock this thing out.
Let's do it. I'm headed back to school to get to work.
Congratulations on having a good year already.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.